Hello, this is Sherry. Hi, everybody. I am back with another crazy funny story for you guys. If you have not already, like and subscribe to the page and also share the video if you want to. All my social media handles are within the description box, so you can check those out at another day. This is, and you probably click like, wait a minute, how did she have a run-in with the police? This is my funny story run-in with the police. So this was some years ago. This wasn't recent, y'all. This is so not me being Thelma and Louise running from the police, okay? So this was some years ago where I had I think I had a ticket of some sort, and I had to go to court for the ticket. Now, mind you, I either forgot about the ticket or it slipped my mind or something like that. So I didn't go to court. So with me not going to court, I end up, they issued a capias out on me. But where I live at, in the state that I live, if you call down to the courthouse and call to the courthouse, go down to the courthouse, and maybe like the following day or whenever, you can reschedule your appointment, and then they would take the capias away. So it just so happened I was procrastinating, and that is why I'm not a procrastinator to this day. This taught me not to be a procrastinator. So I decided, I was like, well, I'll just go, maybe tomorrow or something. But I could have did it that day when it finally came to my mind that I had missed my appointment, and when I had called down to the courthouse and they told me what I needed to do. So lo and behold, I'm coming from Bible class, you guys. Bible class. Now listen to this. Years ago, I used to be a second assistant pastor to a church, okay? So I'm coming from Bible class, and the police came up behind me, and not my headlight, but my license plate. There's like two little light bulbs right by your license plate. I guess that kind of shines to let them see what your license plate is. So they pulled me over because one of the bulbs was out. Like, who goes and checks the bulb, y'all? Look, some of y'all didn't even know that the license plate had bulbs back there. Like, who goes and randomly checks those bulbs ever in life? You just don't. Even when you're purchasing a car, you don't check that. A new car or a used car, you check to see if the backlights work, but you don't check to see if the bulb around the license plate works. So that bulb was out. So they pulled me over. Now, mind you, I think they just picking with whoever. I don't know if it was at the beginning of the month where they're trying to write up tickets or whatever it was. But lo and behold, they run my name through. I started to run from them, y'all, but I don't even think I had enough gas at that time. I probably was working part-time and probably only had like $10 worth of gas, so I wasn't gonna get that far from them, y'all. So they ran my name through, and lo and behold, I had a capias. So they said, get out, you have to get out the car. And I'm like, holy smokes, get out the car for what? So they arrested me. So the guy tells me, he said, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, holy smokes, I'm getting arrested. I've never been arrested before. And so he told me, he said, put your hands behind your back and put them in a praying position. So the first thing I say, I ain't never prayed like this before. Now, I done prayed before. My hands are like this, but I ain't never prayed from the backside. Like, what? I said, this is totally the devil. I just come from Bible class and they tell me to put my hands behind my back like I'm praying. So they end up taking me to jail. So they called like a little paddy wagon thing, and the paddy wagon was like split down the middle. So guys were on one side and girls were on the other side. So I'm the only one on that side by myself. And I'm sitting here like, I can't believe I done got arrested. So here in my mind, I watch so many type of movies, of action-packed movies, and people breaking out of jail and all those different crazy movies that I watch. I'm thinking if I keep wiggling my arms, because I've seen this in a movie, that I can get loose. Now, if I would have got loose, I'm still locked in a paddy wagon. I guess I was going to try to make a run for it. I was going to try to run off on the plug, child. I was going to try to make a run for it when they opened up the door. Probably would have made it worse than just having a capias for a ticket. So I end up just kept wiggling my arms and thinking I could break out of the handcuff. Child, the handcuffs get tighter and tighter. So by the time we get downtown, I don't know if they went and picked some more people up, if they just did a random sweep through the hood and pick people up. So by the time we get downtown to the Justice Center, my hands are swollen because I done made the thing so tight. So they run me through, and I sat there in that jail for, it was about 5-6 hours. So around 3 o'clock in the morning, they're like, okay, you can go home. Do you need a bus ticket, a bus token? Excuse me? A bus ticket, first of all. A bus pass? What I need a bus token for? It's 3 in the morning, buses ain't running. So I told him, yeah, give me one. Just because I was mad, like, give me this. I'm going to make the city pay, for locking me up. So I took the bus token. Didn't need it, but I had to walk home from the Justice Center all the way to where I lived. All the way to where I lived. Thank God they didn't tow my car, y'all. So I walked. Now, mind you, this is the part that just, this was the icing on the cake. The way that I had to walk, I had to go across one street, and this street is called Walnut. There was no way for me to get around this street. My previous pastor and his wife and one other saint from the church lived on that street. So the whole time I'm about to walk past their apartment building, this is my prayer. God, don't let them look out that window or their door and see their second assistant pastor walking. Because they're going to be like, what are you doing out here at 3 in the morning? And this neighborhood wasn't the best neighborhood. It was kind of seedy anyways. So I would have looked like I was on the stroll at 3 in the morning. So I get almost past Walnut, past the one saint. I got past the pastor door and nobody said anything. Whew, thank God. Go past the saint, the building that the saint lived in. And just when I was about to get off of Walnut, she said, second sister Pastor Wood. I said, oh my God. I looked back. She said, what are you doing outside? I was like, trying to get home. She was like, trying to get home. Do you need me to call an Uber? And I'm like, no. And I looked at her, so I had to do a reverse psychology. I'm looking at her like, what are you even doing up this late at night? She was like, I just couldn't sleep. I'm like, Lord, did you tell her to look out that window at me? Y'all. That was the most embarrassing thing in life. But that was my one run-in with the police as they arrested me for a capious that I had for a ticket. And honey, the saints of God seen the sister outside. And so she said, do you want to come inside and sit down for a minute? And I said, no, I'm just going to keep on walking. She said, okay, then be careful. I'm going to pray for you, because she didn't have a car. So she would have definitely took me home. But I was so embarrassed behind that. That was my final run in with the police. And let me tell you something, that taught me to not procrastinate. So I am a stickler on not procrastinating. I'm where I'm supposed to be before time, because if I would have went down to the courthouse that same day, that night when the police would have pulled me over, guess what? I never would have got arrested. I never would have got arrested. That is my run-in with the police, y'all. Keep me in much prayer, y'all. Keep me in much prayer. Thank you, everyone who listened to this video or either laughed. Thank you for those that have subscribed on all the different social media platforms that I'm on. I thank God for you all. And also like and subscribe in the link. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.